Ah, hello and welcome. I am the awful chef. I'm hungry, so I guess I better make something for dinner. Ugh. Yeah, I was in my bed with Mrs. Chef and we were watching that YouTube thingy. And there was a bit of a show about the planetary alignment and all of that that's going on. And I looked over at my wife and I joked that Nostradamus said that when we saw things like that in the sky, it would mean it was the end of the world. And then we looked at each other and, yeah, so it did. So, food. Well, we've been eating a little stress eating here. And it hasn't been at all healthy or fun. I made some of those IKEA meatballs the other day and, ugh, that was a bad idea. If you eat the way we do on this channel, fresh, light, and easy and fun to digest, IKEA meatballs don't do you any good. So, what do we got? Well, tonight we're doing a real classic, and I mean a Stone Age classic. Mushrooms and barley. I got one onion cut up fine, a few cloves of garlic that have been cooking in some butter and some oil, and some salt and pepper. Let's deglaze that pan with a little bit of white wine here. Yeah, our temperature's kind of low, so there's not a lot of drama when I add the white wine in this case. Finally finished that darn bottle. Took me forever. Yeah, watch my pan while I disappear completely. I'll be right there. Oh look, I'm back. So, oh my. So, what do you got in the pan? Onions, garlic, butter, white wine, salt, and pepper. Yeah, awful stuff. Nobody likes that. Okay, but unfortunately it's down a little too low. Let's turn that up. And let's throw in a boatload of sliced mushrooms. Yep, mushrooms. Making this dish is a lot like making risotto. We rinse the grain, in this case half a cup for 2 people. Yeah, it's shown up really well. We will be adding some rosemary, straight from the yard. Later in the cooking process, some lemon juice. We want to keep the fresh high notes. And a lot of chicken stock. Uh-oh, chicken stock. I'm drinking soda water tonight. Oh, and it is cold here. Whatever God's doing with the weather, it's kind of different these days. So, yeah. Unless you want to watch mushrooms brown, I'm going to move the camera. So, we will cook down the mushrooms. Throw in some rosemary and some barley. Half a cup of barley for 2 people. About 2.5 cups of stock. And then garnish it afterwards with some Paarmesan on top, which is different from risotto, where you put it into the cooking process. This is just a garnish. Ah, I got the Parmesan. Yeah, after that episode with the IKEA meatballs that really didn't do us any good, Didn't feel too much like cooking for a while. Well, we got a Costco chicken in, so I'll do a chicken shawarma show later. Yeah, you take the big box store chicken, cut off a few pieces, fry those up with a little spices and some oil, and son of a gun, chicken shawarma. Throw it on a paper or a paper towel. Yeah, throw that on a paper towel and eat it. You'll love it. I mean, pardon me, flour tortilla. Okay, so mushrooms are cooking. As you can see by the steam, the pan's a little bit hotter than it was before. I want to get some texture on these mushrooms, which means I kind of want to fry them a little. So I'm actually turning the pan up a little extra. How are we doing on time? Oh, 6 minutes. Okay, that's coming along nicely. So, key notes about this dish, like other dishes, is it depends on which order you apply or you add ingredients, but they taste good. I can't talk. To change the way they taste. For example, if I were to add the lemon juice now, it would be completely lost. So we will add that at the end after the barley is cooked. Right now I'm getting some very good, rich, caramelized flavors. So I will serve this with a tomato salad because I want the high vinegar notes of the balsamic dressing to contrast with the low notes of the barley. Okay, good enough. Let's see if I can show you what I mean when I say good enough. The mushrooms are starting to change color and take on that looks like a mushroom appearance, you know, with the dark gills and the white stems. There's also a smell of mushrooms coming out of the skillet now. Okay, fresh herbs. Oh, you're going to want to see this. Okay. Now, when you're doing with fresh herbs, you don't want to cook them too much. So that's one thing. But more importantly, especially with rosemary and herbs with a stick, is throw in the stick. Remove it later, like a bay leaf. But you want the stick, you want the flavor. Okay, that is definitely adding the flavor. Oh, my heavens. So, barley. Yes, I wash it just like rice. And we are treating this just like risotto. We are lightly frying. I gotta get better equipment. We are lightly frying the barley. So let's add some stock. Now we need to do about a 5-to-1 on this, technically. Or you can just add it, stir it, and cook it down until it becomes just what you want it to. If you add a little too much, don't worry about it. Just let it cook off. So, that is our exciting cooking lesson for the day. Mushrooms and barley. Like I said, this is old school. Let me show you our amazing dish, which of course does not look appetizing at all, but it will be wonderful. Okay, there we go. We will keep adding barley to that and stock to that and cooking it down. We will garnish with lemon juice and Parmesan. And we will remove the stick of the rosemary. I will serve that with a tomato salad of chopped little tomatoes and a balsamic dressing, or maybe just simply sliced tomatoes and a balsamic dressing. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Let's keep in mind this is social media. Please be social and subscribe. I am the Awful Chef. Thank you and goodbye.